Good afternoon, all. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So last lecture we have seen what is DNF, that is disjunctive normal form, and CNF, that is conjunctive normal form. So today we are going to see remaining two types of forms, that is principal disjunctive normal form, that is called as PDNF, and next one is PCNF, that is principal conjunctive normal form. Already we have seen all these points in unit number A, but still we are going to repeat it as part of this chapter. So what is this PDNF? So PDNF means what? It is consist of minterms. We have seen minterm is associated with PDNF and maxterm is associated with PCNF. Okay. So suppose if there are two different variables P and Q, then there will be total 2 raised to 2, that is 4 possible minterms. And those minterms are represented as first one is P and Q, second one P and negation Q, third one negation P and Q, and last one negation P negation Q. So all these are called as minterms. So look at these minterms. Variables are connected together by AND operation. So these are the minterms. Now here we have formed truth table for each and every minterm. So first one is P and Q, next one P and negation Q, negation P and Q, and negation P negation Q. Okay. So all these minterms are consist of P and Q only. So first two columns are P and Q. Okay. So first we will find the value for P and Q. So for this AND operation, if both P and Q are having truth value as T, then only final value will be T. Otherwise it is F. That's why T, T, T and rest of values are F here. So likewise we can form truth table for P and negation Q. So again here we have to take negation of Q. So this negation Q becomes F, T, F, T. Okay. So its truth table becomes F, T, F, F. Then negation P and Q. So here we have to take negation of P. So TTFF becomes FFTT. Okay, because we have taken negation of P. FFTT. So again we have to see where we have written TT. So for that combination, final value becomes T and rest of values are F only. So its column becomes FFTF. And next one is negation P and negation Q. So here we have to take negation of both P and Q. So we will get only final value as T because value of negation P is FFTT and negation of Q is FTFT. So only for this last row we will get TT. That's why here final value is T. Now we have to draw some conclusions here from these minterms. So 4 minterms are there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now look at these 4 columns. So here we can say that there is only one possible truth value T for exactly one combination of truth values. So look at these 4 columns. First column we have written T at first row. For this second column we have written T at second column. For this third one T is there at third row, and for this last minterm T is at fourth place, that is fourth row. म्हणजे काय प्रत्येक मिनिटम साठी एकदाच तुमची ट्रूथ व्हॅल्यू टी येणार आहे. चेक हियर फॉर ईच अँड एव्हरी मिनिटम देयर इज ओनली वन ट्रूथ व्हॅल्यू टी and rest of values are f. Okay, so from this we can say that there is only one possible truth value t for exactly one combination of truth values of variables p and q. म्हणजे काय प्रत्येक मिनिटम साठी तुम्हाला टी हे एकदाच मिळणार आहे. चेक करा इथं टी लिहिलंय त्या मिनिटम साठी, सेकंड मिनिटम साठी सेकंड रो मध्ये टी मिळाले, थर्ड मिनिटम साठी थर्ड रो मध्ये मिळाले, and last मिनिटम साठी लास्ट रो मध्ये मिळाले. Okay, so this is conclusion about minterm. So have we understood this part regarding minterm?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now here they have given one question. Okay, before that we will see what is definition for PDNF. So PDNF means what? Sum of product canonical form. So definition for this one is, for a given formula, an equivalent formula consisting of disjunction of minterms only is known as principal disjunctive normal form. Such a normal form is also called as sum of product canonical form. In short, for this PDNF, there is one alternative name, and that is sum of product canonical form. Okay. So how we can define this PDNF? For a given formula, an equivalent formula which is consist of disjunction of minterms only. So these two words are very important. Disjunction of minterms. So how we can define this disjunction of minterm? So again, minterm means what? The variables will be connected by AND symbol, and disjunction means what? These minterms are connected together by OR symbol. So what is the format for this PDNF? Inside the bracket AND should be there, and outside the bracket OR should be there. So this is the correct form for PDNF. So keep this in mind. Already we have seen it, but still you have to remember, for this PDNF, inside the bracket AND should be there, and outside the bracket OR should be there. Now here they have given one question. The truth values for P conditional Q, P or Q, and negation of P and Q are given in table. So here they have given this truth table, and from this we have to obtain principal disjunctive normal form for these variables. Okay. So three formulas are given, and again for these three formulas they have given truth table. And from this truth table we have to find equivalent PDNF form. Okay. So first we will consider first form, that is P conditional Q. Okay. So for this PDNF, what we have to do? We have to check where we have written T in that respective column. Now check here. For this P conditional Q, we have written T at three different places. So first T is given here, then here, and here. So there will be three possible minterms. So how we can define first minterm? So again, same rules we have to apply. Those we have seen in unit number 8. So whenever we have to find PDNF for given formula, then we have to check where we have written T in that respective column. And for that T, if value of those variables is T, then we have to consider those variables in original form. If value of variable is F, then we have to take negation of that variable. Okay. So again, same rules we have to apply here. For this first T, what are the values of P and Q? Again, it is P, T. Means what? These two variables are in original form. So first minterm is P and Q. Because what is our rule? The variables in minterm are connected together by AND symbol. That's why value for this first T is P and Q. So likewise, we have to check value for next T. So for this T, values of P and Q are F and T. So for this F, we have to take negation of that respective variable. That is negation of P. And value for Q is T. In short, we can take that Q in original format. So negation P and Q. Now for this last T, values of P and Q are F, F. Means what? If both the values are f, then we have to take negation of both the variables as negation p and negation q. So here we have find three minterms. Now we have to connect all these minterms by OR symbol. So check here. In between these minterms, we have written OR symbol. So this is sum of product canonical form or PDNF for given expression. So have you understood this problem? Hello? समजले का काय केलंय?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now for remaining formulas, you have to tell me what is PDNF. Check this one, second form, and tell me what is PDNF for this formula. Hello? Why you are taking so much time? First step, you have to just check where you have written T in that respective column. So here
P
we
and
have,
Q,
yes, P and Q, correct?
or P and negation Q,
Yes, correct.
or negation P and Q.
Yes, good. And for last one,
P and negation Q,
yes,
or negation P and Q,
yes,
or negation P and negation Q.
yes, good, correct. So just we have to check where we have written T, and for that respective T, what are the values of P and Q. If value of variables is T, then we have to consider that variable in original form. If value of variable is F, then we have to take negation of that particular variable. This is the procedure. Okay. So again, here we have seen the variables, the number of minterms are 4 if variables are 2. So likewise, if there are 3 variables, then we can define the possible number of minterms as 2 raised to 3, and that is equals to 8. So again, here they have given what are the combinations of those minterms. Minterms काय असतील 8 minterms ते define केले. Already we have seen this part. Just they have given how we can find out the number of minterms from given number of variables. So that formula is 2 raised to n, where n is number of variables. That is written here. Because here 3 variables are there, that's why 2 raised to 3, and that is equals to 8 minterms. So likewise, in general, we can say that the formula to find the number of minterms is 2 raised to n, where n is the variable number. Number 2 असेल, 3 असेल, whatever. Okay. So again here, to find out PDNF and PCNF, two methods are available. First one using truth table, and second one by introducing missing terms. Okay. So that part also we have seen as a algebraic method in unit number 8. So same rules we have to follow here. In order to obtain the PDNF of given formula without constructing its truth table, one may first replace the conditionals and biconditionals by their equivalent formulas containing only and, or, and negation. Minterms are obtained in disjunction by introducing missing terms or missing factors. In short, there are two ways to find out PDNF or PCNF. First one by using truth table method, and second one by using or by introducing missing terms. Okay. So check here. Question is given as obtain PDNF of negation P or Q? So this is our question. So first of all, we have to check whether this one is in a required form, that is sum of product. Okay. So sum is here, that is our symbol. So we can treat this negation P and Q as two separate variables. Okay. Because OR is required and that is already present here in this given formula. Now for this negation P, which one is missing term? Q is missing. So we have to add it explicitly. So negation P and Q or negation Q. So this is missing term we have added or Q. Now second term is Q and for this second term again missing term is P. So how we can add it? And P or negation P. Okay. Now here just we have added missing terms. Now we have to apply distributive law. So how we can apply it? Negation P and Q, this is one bracket, or negation P and negation Q. This is second bracket. Now or Q and P, this is one bracket, or Q and negation P. Okay. So here just we have applied distributive law. Now just we have to check whether there is any repeated term. So check this. First bracket is negation P and Q and last one is Q and negation P. So meaning of these two terms is same. So we can treat this one as single term and we can consider it once. So final answer becomes negation P and Q or negation P and negation Q or P and Q. Okay. So this is the final answer we got. Now check whether this one is in correct form. Sum of product. So what we say inside the bracket and should be there and outside the bracket or should be there. Now check here. Same is there and each and every bracket must contain variables. Those are mentioned in question. Now here in this question only two variables are there, P and Q, and every bracket is containing both variables. That's why this is correct answer. This is required PDNF for this first formula. Have you understood this question? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So
Yes, ma'am.
good. Can you try for this question number 2?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So take time of 5 minutes and try to solve it. Then we will see what is the correct solution. And look at this formula. This is consist of three variables P, Q, and R. So each time we have to consider whether every bracket is containing all these three variables. Have you solved it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So what is your answer?
P and Q and R,
P and Q and R. Okay.
or P and Q and negation R,
Okay.
or negation P and Q and R,
Yes.
or
And
negation P and negation Q and R.
okay. So check here. So this question, that is this formula, is in correct form, that is outside the bracket or should be there, inside the bracket and should be there. Okay. So just we have to add missing terms. So for this first one, R is missing. For a second, Q is missing. And for third one, P is missing. That we have to add. So here we have added, for this P and Q, R is added and R or negation R. Likewise, for this second term, Q is added as Q or negation Q. And for third one, P is missing, that is added as P or negation P. Now, apply the distributive law as P and Q and R, this is first term, or P and Q and negation R, this is second term, or negation P and Q and R, this is next term, or negation P and negation Q and R. Now for this one, P and Q and R, this is first term, or negation P and Q and R, this is second one. So again, there is a repetition of some terms. After that, we will get only 4 terms as a final answer. Now, each and every bracket is containing all these 3 variables P, Q, R, and inside the bracket and is there, outside the bracket or is there. That is, this is sum of product canonical form. So, this is correct PDNF for this given expression. Good. Now, check here. Next question is given as show that following equivalent formulas. So here we have to prove that these two are equivalent formulas. So first one is given as P or P and Q. This is equivalent with P. Okay. Now check here. What is the given form? P or P and Q. So again, for this P, Q is missing. That we have added P and Q or negation Q. Just we have added Q for this first term P. Now, or P and Q, this we kept as it is because this is containing P and Q. Both the variables are present. Now, for this first one, we have to apply distributive law as P and Q or P and negation Q. So again, P and Q or P and Q. This becomes P and Q only. So, final answer is P and Q or P and negation Q. So, this is the answer for LHS. Now, look at RHS. RHS is just consist of variable P. So, now again for this variable P, Q is missing. So, we have to add it. So, how we can add P and Q or negation Q. So, here we have added that missing term Q. So, again we have to apply distributive law. P and Q, this is first bracket, or P and negation Q, this is second bracket. Now check here, LHS and RHS both are the same. That's why we can say that these two formulas are equivalent. Understood? Hello? Have we understood how we have proved it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So likewise, we can check for this second one. Here we have to show these two formulas are equivalent. First one is given as P or negation P and Q, and second one is P or Q. Okay. So check here. P or negation P and Q. So this is OR symbol. So we can treat P this as first term, negation P and Q this as a second term. Now for this first variable P, Q is missing. That's why we have to add it as P and Q or negation Q. Or negation P and Q we kept as it is because this bracket is containing both the symbols. Now for this first term we have to apply distributive law as P and Q, this is first formula, or P and negation Q, this is second bracket, or negation P and Q. Now check here whether there is any repetition of term. No. That's why this is simplified form for this given formula. Now check RHS. RHS is consist of P or Q. So here R symbol is present between these two symbols P and Q. So we can treat these variables as a separate variables. Now for this P, Q is missing, and for this Q, P is missing. So we have to add it explicitly. So P, for this P, we have to add Q. So P and Q or negation Q. So this is first bracket. Here we have added Q for P. Now OR symbol as it is, Q and P or negation P. So here we have added P for symbol Q. So again we have to apply distributive law as P and Q. this is first bracket, or P and negation Q, or Q and P, or Q and negation P. Okay, so check here whether there is any repeated term. Yes, P and Q, this is repeated. First and third term, these two terms are same. That's why we can consider as only once. So P and Q, or P and negation Q, or negation P and Q. This is third term. Now check whether LHS is equals to RHS. Yes, both the answers are same. That's why again we can say that these two formulas are equivalent. So likewise, we can prove equivalence of formulas using this PDNF. Understood this problem? Hello? समझ लगा example?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So next question is, obtain PDNF of P conditional in bracket P conditional Q and negation of negation Q or negation P. Okay. So for this formula we have to obtain PDNF, that is sum of product canonical form. Okay. So check here. So first of all we have to remove this conditional from this formula. So how we can remove this conditional? Check here. For this conditional, we can write negation P or this whole formula. Because what is the formula for P conditional Q? This is equivalent to negation P or Q. Means what? We have to take negation of first term or symbol, and we have to write second term as it is. So for this conditional, P is the first term and this whole bracket is second term. So we have to take negation of P or symbol, and second term we can write as it is. So again, we have to remove this conditional. So how we can remove it? Again, same formula we have to apply, negation P or Q. Okay, because again negation of first term or second term as it is. Now here for this one we have to apply this negation inside the bracket. So negation of negation Q, this is equivalent to Q, and this or becomes and negation of negation P, this is equivalent to P. Means what? For this whole term, negation of negation Q or negation P, we have written Q and P after applying this negation inside the bracket. Now check here. Next one, negation P or negation P. Here, negation P or negation P and Q and P. So negation P or we have kept as it is, and for this bracket we have applied distributive law as negation P and Q and P. This is one term, or that is written here Q and Q and P. Q and Q and P. Just we have applied distributive law. So again, negation P or we kept as it is. Now check here, what is the value for P and negation P? Primary value. Value काय असते P and negation P साठी? True or false?
False.
False. Okay. So we are not going to consider this term, or Q and P. This what? Again, its simplified form is Q and P only. So here we got negation P or P and Q. Okay. So So for this second formula or second bracket, both the variables are present. But if you consider negation P, Q is missing. So here we have to add it. So negation P and Q or negation Q. So here we have added that missing term or P and Q. Okay. So again we have to apply distributive law. Negation P and Q. This is one bracket, or negation P and negation Q. This is second bracket, or P and Q. This is third bracket. Now check here. This is in sum of product canonical form. Yes, that's why this is required PDNF. Again, every bracket is containing variables P and Q. So this is correct form. समजलं का example?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now we have to see what is PCNF. So PCNF is principal conjunctive normal form. Okay. So what is the definition for this one? For a given formula, an equivalent formula consists of conjunction of max terms only. So again, these two terms are very important. Conjunction and max term is known as principal conjunctive normal form. This form is also called as product of sums canonical form. Okay. So PCNF, or we can say product of sum canonical form. And what is the definition for this PCNF? For a given formula, an equivalent formula which is written as conjunction of max terms only, that is called as PCNF. So again we have seen how to find number of max terms. So again that formula is same, that is 2 raised to n. If 3 variables are there, then there will be possible 8 max terms. So again in these max terms variables are connected together by OR symbol. जसं मिनटर्मला आपण बघितलंय, मिनटर्म आपण कशी डिफाइन करतो? If there are 2 variables, then we can define minterm for P and Q as one of the minterm as P and Q. So likewise, max term we can define as P or Q. So here variables in max terms are connected together by OR symbol. So again there is one trick. Suppose there is one formula is given, and from that we have to define PCNF and PDNF for same formula. So how we can do it? If the PDNF and PCNF of formula A containing n variable is given, then PDNF or PCNF of negation A will consist of disjunction of remaining max terms or min terms which do not appear in PDNF or PCNF. म्हणजे काय, सपोज तुम्हाला एक फॉर्म्युला दिलाय, त्या फॉर्म्युलाचा तुम्ही PDNF काढलं आणि त्याच्यासाठीच तुम्हाला PCNF पण काढायचंय. तर तेव्हा काय करायचंय? PDNF मध्ये जे टर्म्स आहेत, सपोज तुमच्या फॉर्म्युलामध्ये 2 व्हेरिएबल्स आहेत, तर त्याचे पॉसिबल min terms किंवा max terms किती येणार आहेत? 4 येणार आहेत. So if out of these 4 min terms 2 are present in PDNF. Okay, जर 2 तुमच्या PDNF मध्ये असतील तर राहिलेले 2 कशाला असणार आहे? PCNF ला असणार आहे. मग PCNF कसं काढायचं? आधी मिसिंग टर्म्स बघायचे, त्यापैकी जे 2 राहिले ते कन्सिडर करायचे आणि परत त्याचं निगेशन घ्यायचं, ते म्हणजे रिक्वायर्ड PCNF असणार आहे. ठीक आहे, आताच तुम्ही याच्यावर विचार करू नका, because we are going to see examples based on this point. Just तुम्हाला माहिती आता सांगितले. First we will cover PCNF and then we will see those kind of examples for which we have to find PDNF and PCNF for given single formula. So here question number 1 is given as obtain PCNF of given formula, and that formula is S is equals to negation P conditional R and Q biconditional P. So can anybody tell me what will be the first step for this given formula? काय करावं लागेल? Just look at that given formula, then you will get hint. Is what we have to do. We have seen this statement that if your formula is consist of conditional, biconditional, then first of all we have to write its equivalent formula that will be consist of and or negation. म्हणजे जर तुझ्या फॉर्म्युला मध्ये कंडिशनल किंवा बायकंडिशनल असेल तर पहिल्यांदा ते रिमूव्ह करायचे. ओके, नाउ चेक हियर हाउ वी कॅन रिमूव्ह दिस फर्स्ट कंडिशनल. What is equivalent formula for this one after removal of this conditional?
For negation P implies R, negation P and R.
Negation. No, just think about this conditional. I have to remove this conditional. So how?
P or R?
Is P or R, because after removal of this conditional they have to take negation of first term or second term as it is. So again negation of negation P means what? P only, P or R. Okay, correct. And Q biconditional P. So again I have to simplify this. So first of all convert this Q biconditional P in terms of conditional and then remove that conditional. Kind of answer. In first chapter only we have seen this biconditional operator.
Q conditional P and P conditional Q.
Okay. Now remove this conditional as well. Conditional remove केल्यानंतर आता आन्सर काय येणार आहे?
Negation P and Q.
Negation P and Q. No. This answer is correct as Q biconditional P can be simplified as Q conditional P and P conditional Q. Now again we want to remove this both the conditionals. So think about Q conditional P. Q conditional P च conditional remove केल्यानंतर काय येणार आहे फॉर्म्युला?
Negation of Q
Negation
or
Q
P.
or
Negation Q or P, correct, and
negation P or Q.
negation P or Q. Good. So that we have written here negation Q or P and negation P or Q. Good. Now check here. This is in required form, that is product of sum. So for this PCNF, outside the bracket and should be there, inside the bracket or should be there, and this condition is satisfied here. But each and every bracket is not containing all the three variables. Check here. For first bracket Q is missing, for second one R is missing, and for third one again R is missing. So we have to add those missing variables. So first bracket is P or Q, that is written here. For this one Q is missing, so P or R or Q and negation Q. So here we have added that missing term. Now check here, and negation Q or P. So for this one R is missing, and that we have added as or R and negation R. And for this last term, negation P or Q, R is missing and that is added as or R and negation R. Now, just we have to apply distributive law as P or Q or R. This is first bracket. So, why we have not written here as P or R or Q? Because again, that rule is same as each and every bracket will contain all these three variables and those three variables will be in sequence of P, Q, R. त्याच sequence पाहिजे. So P or Q or R, this is our first bracket, and P or negation Q or R, this is second bracket. So here we have applied distributive law for this first bracket, whole bracket. Now check, and now we have to simplify this term. Again we have to apply distributive law as P or negation Q or R and P or negation Q or negation R. So here we have written those two terms. Now we have to simplify this third bracket, and negation P or Q or R, this is one bracket, and negation P or Q or negation R, this is last bracket. Now check here whether there is any repetition of term. Yes, one term is repeated, P or negation Q or R. So we have to consider that term as only once. So your final answer will consist of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 terms will be there in PCNF of this given formula. So again here each and every bracket is containing all three given variables P, Q, R. So this is required PCNF. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, for this, again we have to find what is PDNF for this same formula. एक फॉर्म्युला दिला, आपण त्याचा आता काय केलं, PCNF फाइंड आउट केलं. Now for same formula we have to find what is PDNF, required PDNF. So what is the procedure? आपण मगाशी काय बघितलं, जेवढे तुमचे PCNF मध्ये टर्म्स असतील ते सोडून बाकीचे जे टर्म्स आहेत ते आपण PDNF साठी कन्सिडर करणार आहे. Now check here. PCNF is consist of total 5 terms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, this formula is consist of 3 variables. So, there will be total 8 formulas, possible formulas. So, out of these 8 formulas, 3 are here, 5 are here. That's why only 3 are remaining. And those 3 we are going to consider for PDNF. Check करा, जे ह्यामध्ये नाही आहेत. टोटल 8 पैकी इथे 5 आहेत, तर ते 5 सोडून राहिलेले जे टर्म्स आहेत ते आपण PDNF साठी कन्सिडर करणार आहे. So these are 3 terms, P or Q or negation R. So check here, that term is not present here, and negation P or negation Q or R, that is also not present here. And third one, negation P or negation Q or negation R. So these are 3 remaining terms. Now what we have to do? We have to take its negation. So it will give us PDNF. Okay? Now we have to take negation of these whole terms. So negation of, okay, just apply negation for this whole terms, that is 3 terms. Then tell me what will be the answer. Okay, first of all apply negation for this first term. What is the negation for P or Q or negation R? ह्याचं negation कसं येणार आहे?
Negation P and negation Q and R.
Okay, good. So this is the first term after applying negation. Now again we have to apply this negation on this AND symbol. So this AND becomes OR. Now after applying negation on this second term, P and Q and negation R. Then OR P and Q and R. So these are the three terms. Check here. After applying negation on these missing terms, we got answer as negation P and negation Q and R, or P and Q and negation R, or P and Q and R. Now check here. What is this form? Sum of product, because sum is there, that is or symbol is there outside the bracket, and symbol is there inside the bracket. This what? This is sum of product canonical form. So this is called as PDNF of given formula. So this is the way in which we can obtain PCNF and PDNF for same formula. एकाच फॉर्म्युलासाठी आपण दोन्ही डिझाइन करू शकतो, PCNF as well as PDNF. प्रोसिजर काय आहे समजली का?
Repeat, ma'am.
Okay. So for this one, first of all, we have to find either PCNF or PDNF. आता इथे त्यांनी एक्झाम्पल मध्ये PCNF म्हटलं, त्यामुळे आपण ते केलं, आधी त्याचं PCNF फाइंड आउट केलं. ओके. नाउ फॉर दिस PCNF we are getting 5 terms. ओके. आता या PCNF साठी आपल्याला 5 टर्म मिळाले या फायनल आन्सर मध्ये. आपला फॉर्म्युला हा 3 टर्म्स आहे, P, Q and R. So there will be total possible formulas are 2 raised to 3, that is equals to 8. 8 फॉर्म्युलेज असणार आहेत, 8 टर्म्स असणार आहेत, त्यापैकी 5 आपल्याला PCNF साठी आहेत. मग राहिलेल्या टर्म जे आहेत ते आपण PDNF साठी यूज करणार आहे. आता ह्या 8 पैकी 5 आहेत, तर राहिलेले 3 कुठले आहेत ते आपल्याला फाइंड आउट करायचे. जे मिसिंग टर्म्स आहेत ते आपण इथे लिहिलेले आहेत. परत काय करायचं आहे, ह्या मिसिंग टर्म वर निगेशन अप्लाय करायचंय सगळ्या टर्म्स साठी. ओके. तर त्याचं निगेशन अप्लाय केल्यानंतर जे काही तुम्हाला आन्सर मिळणार आहे, म्हणजे आता हे अँड आहे ते ऑर होईल, आणि प्रत्येक ब्रॅकेट मध्ये ऑर आहे ते अँड होणार आहे. अगेन if variable is single, then we have to apply negation. If negation is applied to that variable already, then we will have to write that one in original form. फक्त negation apply करायचे त्या मिसिंग टर्म वर, डायरेक्टली you will get PDNF. फक्त मिसिंग टर्म फाइंड करायचे पहिल्यांदा आणि परत त्याचं निगेशन घ्यायचं, ते म्हणजे तुमचं PDNF असेल. हे कशासाठी आहे? जर तुम्ही PCNF आधी फाइंड आउट केलं तर त्याच्यावरून तुम्ही PDNF काढू शकता. सेम इफ यू फाइंड आउट PDNF फर्स्ट and from that you have to design PCNF, again same condition you have to apply. First of all you have to check what are the missing terms. जे PDNF मध्ये आहे ते सोडून कुठले टर्म्स आहेत ते फाइंड आउट करायचे, परत त्या टर्म्स वर निगेशन अप्लाय करायचे, देन यू विल गेट रिक्वायर्ड PCNF. समजली का प्रोसिजर?
Yes, ma'am.
ओके. Second question is given as the truth table for A is given in table. Determine its disjunctive and conjunctive normal form. This one you have to solve this example by using truth table method. Truth table is given here, and from that you have to design PCNF and PDNF. So first of all, tell me what is PDNF for this given formula. Look at this final column, that is column A. and then observe where we have written T, F, and from that you can get PDNF and PCNF. So first of all, tell me what is the PDNF? So first question is what we have to observe, either for P or Q. I'm sorry, T or F. लास्ट कॉलम मध्ये आपण कशाची व्हॅल्यू चेक करणार आहे, T की F फॉर PDNF? Many examples we have seen, best on this. काय चेक करायचंय PDNF साठी? T ची व्हॅल्यूज चेक करायची की F ची? I will give you a hint. For this PDNF, you have to check for value of T in the last column. Now you have to tell me what is those formulas. PDNF काय येणार आहे मग आता? First T आपण कुठे लिहिलाय? This one in third row. So what are the values of P, Q and R for this T? These values are T, F, T. Then what is the minterm? मिनटम काय येणार आहे मग? लगेच कसं काय विसरतं बरं? आताच तर एक्झाम्पल बघितले आपण ह्याच लेक्चर मध्ये. जागे आहे ना की झोपलाय? Okay. I will tell you first minterm. For this P, first minterm is P and negation Q and R. So why we have written so? If that variable is having value T, then we have to consider it is in original form. If that value of variable as F, then we have to take negation of that variable. So for this T, first minterm becomes P and negation Q and R. Negation Q का घेतला? कारण त्या Q ची व्हॅल्यू F आहे म्हणून. F असेल तर negation घ्यायचंय, T असेल तर original form मध्ये लिहायचं. So this is our first minterm. Now check for second one. So what is the value for this second minterm? या T साठी minterm काय असणार आहे?
Negation P and Q and R.
Okay. Now for next one.
Negation P and Q and negation R.
Okay. And for last one.
Negation P and negation Q and negation R.
Yes. Now all these minterms we have to connect together by this symbol. Or and. कुठला symbol ने करायची connect? And. Again think. We have to find PDNF. PDNF means what? Sum of product is or, because outside the bracket or should be there. So all these minterms should be connected together by or symbol. So this is required PDNF for this given formula. Now check. Next we have to find conjunctive normal form, that is PCNF. Now tell me which value we have to look into last column, T or F?
F.
Good. F check करायचे. आता F साठी जर त्या व्हेरिएबल ची व्हॅल्यू T असेल तर ते व्हेरिएबल ओरिजिनल फॉर्म मध्ये असणार आहे की निगेशन घ्यायचे?
निगेशन घ्यायचं.
Yes, negation. Correct. So what is the first maxterm? F is written here, and for this F, values of P, Q, R are T, T, T. So what is the first maxterm?
Negation of P or negation of Q or negation of R.
Yes, correct. Now second maxterm.
Negation of
Negation of
P
P
or
or
negation
negation of
Q.
Anyone can continue.
negation of P or negation of Q or R.
Okay. Next one. For this F,
Negation of P or Q or R.
okay. And last F,
P or Q or negation of R.
yes. Now all these maxterms should be connected together by which symbol?
And
And. Okay. So these are 4 maxterms, whatever we got, and all these are connected together by and symbol. So this is product of some canonical form, that is PCNF form. Good. Next question is given as obtain principal disjunctive normal forms of following formulas. आपल्याला याचा PDNF काढायचे. So first question is given as negation P or negation Q conditional P biconditional negation Q. So can you try for this one? You have to find PDNF for this given formula. I think there should not be any problem because many examples we have seen based on PDNF and PCNF. So just I will give you one hint. First of all, remove this biconditional and write the equivalent formula in terms of and or negation. And then remove this conditional as well. Then think about what is PDNF. Okay, PDNF राहू दे. At least conditional and biconditional remove केल्यानंतरचा simplified formula सांगा मला काय येईल. Take time of 2 minutes and convert this one into an equivalent formula which will not contain conditional as well as biconditional. Hello, have we solved it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So what is that required form? First
Negation P and
yes.
negation P and Q and Q or P
Negation P,
and Q.
negation P and Q. No, something is quite wrong. Check
Negation
here.
P or negation Q.
Negation P or negation Q. Okay. So check here. First of all, we are going to remove this biconditional as P conditional negation Q and negation Q conditional P. And then we have to remove this both the conditionals. So how we can remove this conditional? Negation P or negation Q and Q or P. Okay. So here we have simplified that by conditional. Now we have to remove this conditional as well. So again we have to take negation of this first term or this second term as it is. So here we kept that second term as it is. Now apply this negation on this first term. So negation of negation P. This is P. After applying this negation, this OR becomes AND. Again negation of negation Q means it is Q. So this is the first term P and Q, or negation P or negation Q and Q or P. Okay. Now what we want? We want PDNF for this given formula. Means what? Outside the bracket or should be there, inside the bracket and should be there. And each and every bracket must contain P and Q. Now check here, P and Q. Yes, this is containing both the symbols. So this is correct bracket. Or now here we have to apply distributive law, because in between these two terms and is there, but according to PDNF or should be there. That's why we have to apply here distributive law, as negation P and Q, this is one bracket, or negation Q and Q, this is second bracket. Now again negation P or P, sorry, negation P and Q, negation P and P. That bracket I think I have not written here. Okay. And then negation P and Q. काय करायचं आहे? ह्यातला एक सिम्बॉल घ्यायचा आहे, त्याचं ह्या दोन्ही सिम्बॉल बरोबर अँड ऑपरेशन घ्यायचं. निगेशन P कन्सिडर केलं तर कसं लिहिणार? निगेशन P and Q, this is one bracket. Negation P and P, this is second bracket. Or negation Q and Q, this is one bracket. Or negation Q or P, this is next bracket. So again value of negation P and P, this becomes false. That's why I have not written that bracket here. Also value for negation Q and Q, again value for this bracket is false. That's why we can skip this bracket. Now check here whether there is any term which is repeated. Yes, one term is there that is repeated, and that term is negation Q and P. Check here, this second last and last both terms are same. That's why we can consider this term as only once. So P and Q, or negation P and Q, or P and negation Q. So this is required PDNF for this given formula. So again check, outside the bracket or is there, inside the bracket and is there, and each and every bracket is containing both the symbols P and Q. That's why this is in correct form. Have you understood this example? Okay. Now this second one you have to solve by yourself. P conditional Q and R, and negation P conditional, negation Q and negation R. So first step we have to remove these conditionals. Both the conditionals we have to remove, and then we have to convert that formula into PDNF. So can you solve it? Okay. So take time of 5 minutes and try to solve it. Hello, have we solved it? Okay, so check here. So first of all, we have to remove this conditional. So how we can remove it? First, we have to take negation of first term as negation P, or second term we have to keep as it is, Q and R. And again we have to remove this second conditional as negation of negation P as P, or second term as it is. Now here for this negation P means what? One term is there P, and for this P, Q is missing, so we can add it as negation P and Q, or negation Q. Now for this second term, that is for Q and R, P is missing, so that we have added as and P, or negation P. And for this P, Q is missing, that is added as and Q, or negation Q. Or, and for this last term, P is missing, that is added as negation Q and negation R and P, or negation Q. Now just we have to apply distributive law. Negation P and Q, this is first term, or negation P and negation Q, or P and Q and R, this is first term, or negation P and Q and R, this is second term, and P and Q, this is first term, or P and negation Q, this is second term for this bracket, or P and negation Q and negation R, this is one term, or negation P and negation Q and negation R, this is another term. Now check here. Here we have written all those terms. Now again we have to check whether each and every bracket is containing all the variables. So here for this first term, negation P and Q, R is missing. So again we have to add that term. So negation P and Q and R, or negation R. So here we have added that missing term. So again for this second bracket, R is missing. So again we have to add that R, we have added here. Now third, for third bracket, every symbol is there, P, Q, R. So no need to add any variable. Again for next bracket, all three variables are there. Again for next one, here R is missing. So again we have to add that term R here. Again for this one, R is missing. And for last two terms, those are fine. All the variables are present here. So after simplifying, here we will get these terms. Just we have to apply here distributive law as negation P and Q and R. This is first bracket, or negation P and Q and negation R. This is second bracket. Now again for this one, we can simplify this one as negation P and negation Q and R, or negation P and negation Q and negation R. Again here we have to apply the distributive law as P and Q and R, or P and Q and negation R. Again we have to apply distributive law here for these two terms, P and negation Q and R, or P and negation Q and negation R. So after simplifying this, you will get this one as answer. So again we have to check whether there is any repetition of term. So many terms are repeated here, like P and Q and R. So that those terms we have to write only once. So after cancellation of these repeated terms, we will get only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 terms we will get after cancellation of repetition of terms. So this is required PDNF for this given formula. So this was quite complicated example. So this example they may ask. Now just we will see one type, that is how to find PDNF and PCNF for same formula. एकाच फॉर्म्युला वरून आपण पीडीएनएफ आणि पीसीएनएफ कसं काढणार आहे ते बघणार आहे. Already we have seen one example based on that. But still, okay. So here is the question: convert the following formulas in PCNF and PDNF. So here they have asked both the formulas. Okay. So check here. P or negation Q. Okay. So first we will try it for PDNF. PDNF आधी काढूया आपण ह्याचा, because this symbol is OR, and for this PDNF outside the bracket OR should be there. So for this P, Q is missing, that we have to add, and for this Q, P is missing. So in the first step we have to add missing terms. So for this P, we can add Q as P and Q or negation Q. Or for this negation Q, we can add P as negation, and P or negation P. Now we have to apply distributive law as P and Q. This is one bracket, or P and negation Q. This is second bracket. Or negation P and P, this is one bracket, or negation P and negation Q. Now check here whether there is any repetition of term. Is P and negation Q, this term is repeated. So final PDNF is P and negation Q, or P and Q, or negation P and negation Q. Now this is required PDNF. Now from this we have to obtain PCNF also. So what is the rule? First of all, we have to check how many variables are there in this given formula. Here 2 variables are present. So 2 raised to 2 means what? Possible max terms or min terms are 4. So out of these 4 min terms, 3 are present in this PDNF. Just 1 is remaining. And that remaining term is negation P and Q. Check whether that term is present here. No. So this is that remaining term. Now we have to take negation of this remaining term as negation of negation P and Q. Now apply this negation over this bracket. You will get P or negation Q. And this is PCNF. Now again for this, okay, so this is PCNF for this given formula. काय केलं समजलं ना? आधी एकतर तुम्हाला पीडीएनएफ किंवा पीसीएनएफ काढून घ्यावं लागेल. एक कुठला तर फॉर्म मिळाला, पीडीएनएफ मिळाला, तर त्यातले राहिलेले टर्म्स कुठले ते बघायचे आणि त्या टर्म्स वर परत तुम्हाला निगेशन अप्लाय करायचे, तेव्हा तुम्हाला पीसीएनएफ मिळेल. जर तुम्हाला पीसीएनएफ मिळालं असेल आधी, तर त्याच्यावर निगेशन अप्लाय करायचं, त्याच्यावर रिमेनिंग टर्म्स वर, देन यू विल गेट पीडीएनएफ. Now check here. This is second example. P conditional Q conditional Q conditional P. आता ह्याच्यावर सेम तुम्हाला या फॉर्म्युल्यासाठी दोन्ही डिझाइन करायचे, पीडीएनएफ आणि पीसीएनएफ. Take time of 10 minutes, and within this 10 minutes, at least try to get one form, either PDNF or PCNF. एक कुठला तर फॉर्म काढा, त्याच्यावरून आपण दुसरा फॉर्म लगेच तयार करू शकतो. So first of all, you have to remove all the conditionals. तो कंडिशनल रिमूव्ह केल्यानंतर तुम्हाला हा फॉर्म मिळेल, P and negation Q or negation P or P. So first of all, tell me, are you able to solve this example? Otherwise, we will see. Okay, we will solve it. Check here. First of all, we have to remove these conditionals inside the brackets. So this conditional can be removed as negation P or Q, conditional negation Q or P. Okay. So again, we have to remove this conditional as negation of negation P or Q or negation Q or P. Now apply this negation inside the bracket as P and negation Q or negation Q or P as it is. Now check here. Here we can obtain the PCNF. Again for that we have to, okay, in this simplified way we can say that value of P or negation P is true. That's why P and negation Q or T means what? Value for this one is P or negation Q. T or P, ह्याची value काय येते? P's येते. Because again the value of that whole formula will be depend on value of T or F. So here value for this whole formula is P or negation Q. And there is another way we can apply distributive law as P or negation Q or P, this is first bracket, and negation Q or negation Q or P, this is second bracket. Now what is the value for this first bracket? P or P or negation Q. P or P means for P only. So we can write this one as P or negation Q. And P or negation Q. So again negation Q, here it is twice. So we can consider at 1. P or negation Q. So value for this one is P or negation Q. So this is PCNF for this given formula. So now how we can obtain PDNF? So again we have to think about what are the missing terms here. आता PCNF मध्ये एक टर्म आहे, तर तुमच्या PDNF मध्ये किती टर्म्स असतील? 3 टर्म्स असतील. तर ते मिसिंग टर्म्स कुठले असणार आहेत? P or Q and negation P or Q and negation P or negation Q. These are the missing terms. Now we have to take negation of all these terms. So we have to apply negation to hold this bracket. So again negation P and negation Q. Now this and becomes or. Again we have to apply this negation over this bracket as P and negation Q. Again this and becomes or, and this one as P and Q. Now check here. This is in form of sum of product. So this is required PDNF. So from same example, we got PCNF and PDNF by using our procedure. Have you understood this example?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So today we are going to stop here. Just one point is remaining from this chapter, and that point is conversion of expression. That is, I think we have seen this one into unit number 7 as Polish notations, infix, prefix, postfix. That part is again repeated here. So that part we will see next lecture. Just tell me, have you understood all these four types of forms, that is PDNF, PCNF, DNF and CNF? ये फॉर्म समझ लेता?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Give me presenting. Roll number 1,
Yes, ma'am.
2. Roll number 2, 3,
Yes, ma'am.
4,
Yes, ma'am.
5,
Present, ma'am.
6, 7,
Present, ma'am.
8,
Present, ma'am.
9,
Present, ma'am.
10,
Present, ma'am.
11,
Present, ma'am.
12,
Present, ma'am.
13,
Present, ma'am.
14,
Yes, ma'am.
15,
Present.
16,
Present, ma'am.
17, 18, 19,
Present, ma'am. Present, ma'am.
18 and 19, both are present. Okay. 20, 21,
Yes, ma'am.
22,
Present, ma'am.
23,
Present, ma'am.
24,
Yes, ma'am.
25,
Yes, ma'am.
26, 27, 28,
Present, ma'am.
29, okay,
Yes, ma'am.
30,
Present, ma'am.
31,
Present, ma'am.
32,
Present, ma'am.
33,
Present, ma'am.
34,
Present, ma'am.
35,
Present, ma'am.
36,
Present, ma'am.
37,
Present.
38,
Present, ma'am.
39,
Yes, ma'am.
40, 41,
Present, ma'am.
42, 43,
Yes, yes, ma'am. 42.
is 42 and 43 are present. Okay. 44, 45, 44 is present. 45, 46, 47, 48, 49,
Yes, ma'am.
50,
Hello, madam. 46.
yes, okay, 50, 51,
Present, ma'am.
52, 53, 54, present, 55, 56, 57,
Yes, ma'am.
58,
Yes, ma'am.
59,
Present, ma'am.
60, present, okay. 61, present. 62,
Yes, ma'am.
63,
Present, ma'am.
64, 65, 66, 67, 68, present, 69, 70, check for absent number.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
Roll number 2 is present, ma'am.
Okay.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
40 number is 40 number 40.
Okay.
26 is present, ma'am.
26. Okay. What? Check for absent numbers. Roll number 6, 17, 20, 27, 45, 47, 48, 50, 52, 53, 55, 56, 65, 66, 67, and 69.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes?
50 is present. 50.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So today we will stop here.